Okay guys, come down home stretch on the flip. This is probably the third video that we're doing on this. Kitchen is almost done. Just a couple little punch out things. So today is Tuesday. This is actually going on the market on Friday. So we have just had the wood floors all done. Finishing coat on the wood floors, some shoe molding that needs to go in, exterior landscaping, couple little punch out items, carpet has to go in. So today's Tuesday, those things are happening Wednesday, staging on Thursday, photography on Friday. We'll be on the market hopefully by the end of the day on Friday, if not Saturday on this house. So what I want to do today, and I've told everybody that I would do this, is I'm going to actually go over the equation on the house, and we're going to talk a little bit about what you pay for a house, and overall what is the expected money to make at the end. So we'll kind of use this wall here, we'll edit the video a little bit, we'll put some numbers up here so you guys can understand. But if you remember from my first video, the way that you figure out what you want to pay for a potential flip property, the equation that most investors use, is going to be your ARV times 70% less your repairs. That equals your purchase price that you should pay. So you kind of work in a backwards mathematical equation for this. So ARV is the after renovated value. You're going to multiply that again times 70%, subtract out whatever repairs, whatever renovations you have to make on the property, and again, that is your purchase price. Specifically for this property, we'll say the ARV, when I came in and I ran the comps and so forth, I felt like after redoing the floors, the kitchen, the bathroom, pretty much getting this as new as I can possibly make it, that I should be able to sell this property for $140,000. Okay, we take that, we multiply that times 70%, and you're going to come up with an equation. You're going to come up with a number of $98,000. Estimated repairs for me to do all this stuff, I was trying to keep the budget about $25,000 for this. So you do that math, 98 minus 25, you're going to see a reasonable purchase price for this would be about $73,000 using that equation. And I'll just do a quick breakdown, that $25,000, just so you guys understand. We'll kind of itemize that down here. Kitchen $9,000, bath $5,000, floors, sand, refinish $2,000, paint about $1,500, carpet $1,500. Exterior landscaping is going to be about $1,000. There's not too much to do here. We will say miscellaneous $4,000, and then I had to replace a couple windows, about $1,000 into that too. So if you account for all that, somewhere in the vicinity of $25,000 is how much we put into this. Okay, so now you see that. Now let's talk about the profit that you make on this house. Now some people may say, well, you haven't put this house on the market. How can you talk about what you're going to make on it? Well, really, what I'm going to sell the house for is just a numbers game. It's just a matter of the house's fair market value. So whether I inherited this house and I got it for free, or I bought it from my friend, or what have you, none of that really matters. So as we're talking about this, we'll talk about, I'm asking $140. Let's say that for the sale price, for the purpose of this equation, let's say that I get $135 for the house. Purchase price, this is a matter of public record. I bought this place, it was disgusting, you couldn't live in it, it was pretty gross. I actually paid $60,000, which I feel like was a really good price to pay for this house. So sale price, I'm going to assume that I'm going to list at $140, I'm going to get $135. I paid $60,000 for it. We'll talk about front-end costs. That means when I go to buy this, I have to pay transfer costs, recordation costs, any type of financing charges. This one was a little bit easier. This was a lower monetary value. My front-end costs on this were $1,800. A lot of times people use 3.5% of the sale price here. That's what I'm using for this. Thereabouts, I'm using 3%. So $1,800 front-end costs on the acquisition side. Repairs, we talked about that. $25,000. That's how much we put in here. Holding costs. Even if you pay cash for a property, you should account for holding costs, because essentially you're taking that cash, you're pulling it from another investment, you're not getting a return on that. So any good investor is going to account for holding costs. This is going to take about 4 months. I put in about $1,200 for holding costs on this. Commissions, though I'm a realtor, I don't have to pay myself necessarily, but I still do have to account for paying a buyer's agent on this property. So I'm going to put in there just one side of the commissions. I have $33.75 in here, which is 2.5% times the 135. And then again, I have to pay transfer and recordation cost again on the sales side. 1.5% in Baltimore County is around where it is. So transfer and recordation costs about just over $2,000, $2,025. So if you do all that math, you're going to see that the profit that I should make on this house, me and Paige make on this house, is just over $40,000 if the stars align, if the numbers work. So $41,600 is the total number that I'm coming to right now. Again, this is a pretty detailed estimate. It might not be to the penny, but that's approximately where we are. So hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you were able to learn something from it. Next video is going to be the very final product of this house, completely staged, front landscaping done, rear landscaping done, and when we're about to go on the market. So look for that video in the coming days. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and more videos to come.